Hey everyone, it's Chris from FunTech Guys, and I'm going to be talking to you about the for loop within PHP. Now I've gone ahead and created a for.php page here, and I've got it here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be showing you how we can loop round numbers and just create lists. And then I'm also going to be showing you how the for loop can be used in conjunction with an array as well. So to start off, let's just go ahead and let's show you how it's typed out. So the for loop works like this. Again, in the last video I said how it's quite common for the constructs to look the same. So if looks the same, switch looks the same as this, and the same with for each. However, because we've got our construct here, we've got the arguments that we're going to pass in or what we're going to check, the parameters, and then we've got the block of code that's going to execute. So within the for loop and where we've got our arguments or the parameters that we're going to check, we have three elements that we need to add in. We need to add in an assignment, so we're giving something the value. We need to comparison, so we're checking that value, and then we need to increment. So we need to say, okay, let's loop round and add one or take one away or whatever to this list, so it'll keep on looping. So I'm just going to go ahead and type $i equals, let's say 0. Let's just keep this all nice and close together. Then I'm going to semicolon that off. Now I know in all the other videos that we've worked with, we've always terminated at the end of the line, but this we're saying, right, we're assigning this value here, and then we're moving on to the next one. So although this isn't the end of the line, you do need to terminate here with a semicolon. So then I'm going to go, okay, this is where we add in our comparison. So I'm going to say if I, so what we're doing is we're saying I is equal to 0, and then we're saying, okay, if I is greater than or equal to 15, so greater than or equal to 15, do something. So terminate here, and let's just say I plus plus. So then we've terminated again, and then we've said, right, now increment I. So this plus plus means add 1 onto its value. So where it's 0 here, when it gets to here, it'll say, right, 1. It'll loop back round again. We get to the plus plus, 2. Get back round, 3, and it'll just keep on adding on. And it's the same with minus. Minus would decrement, so it'll say, right, if it's 15 and it gets to this point, it'll take 1 off and it'll be 14. So plus plus. So we're saying, okay, so for I equals 0, if I is greater than or equal to 15, increment the number and loop back round. So then for each time it's going round, so for the loop, what we're going to do, we're going to echo out, let's just echo out I, and add a break on just so we can see what we're doing. So what we're hoping to see is 0 all the way through to 15, and we do, because it's recognised that this is 0. It needs to keep on going round until it hits the limit of 15, and it's incrementing every single time it's going round. So this is 0. Okay, the comparison's not been met, so it's going to keep on going. Okay, it's now 1. Loop back round, and it keep on doing that. And it's, let's just say if we didn't want to include the 0, we'd just take off the equals to. So we're just saying now, if so I is equal to 0, if I is greater than 15, greater than but not equal to 15, increment and echo it out. So reload. Oh, sorry. We would do greater than or equal to 1. Reload. There we go. 1 through to 15. Okay. Now, if we wanted to work the other way around, and let's just say hypothetically we wanted to count backwards from, we wanted to put the most recent at the top, so we're adding elements into this I, for instance, and this I contains, a lot of data, and we wanted to go backwards, we would do something like, let's say 15 here, 1, and then we would go minus minus. So what we're doing is saying, right, start off at 15. Now if I is less than or equal to 1, minus, so keep on going down, keep on iterating through the list, through the numbers and through the block of code, and just take 1 off every single time. So I echo I out, and we should see 15 through to 1. if I saved it, reload it, 15 through to 1. Okay, now that's all well and good, but you may not want to be creating lists left, right, and centre, you know, and you may want to be doing more. So in the last video and the video before that, we've been working with array elements quite a bit. So I'm just going to pull over the array that we was working with in the last video. So it's just fruits, and it's an array of kiwi, apple, banana, and strawberry. Now, we know that this is a numerical array, so we know this item is array item 0. We know that this is item 1, 2, and 3. So because we know that those are the item numbers, we can iterate through those with the for loop. So we could do something along the lines of, let's just get rid of this. So for open and close the parentheses, and then open and close the curly brackets where the block of code will go. And then if we do I equals 0, and then if I is greater than or equal to, let's just say the count of fruits. So what we're doing is we're counting the amount of elements in fruits. Now, some of you may have used the count function before. So this is going to return 4. So it's going to, but we don't have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 0, 1, 2, 3. So what we need to do is we need to add on. We need to take off a number from that. So -1. We need to say the count isn't the total count, because this count function is starting from 1, whereas the array elements are starting from 0. So what we're saying here is start from 0, 1, 2, 3, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4. So I is equal to 0. If I is greater than or equal to the amount of counts, the count of the array elements -1, so 3 in this instance, do something. So semicolon, let's just say increment. And for video purposes, I'm just going to echo out I. And let's add a break time. So yeah, we have 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now, we can pass this this variable into our array element. So we can say echo fruits I. So we're saying, right, echo fruits, and then 0, 1, 2, and 3. And voila, we've got, so we're accessing this element, and then every time this is going round, it's going, okay, echo fruits and 0, break, fruits 1, fruits 2, fruits 3. And that is the for loop. You know, we've created a list, we've gone round, and we've gone from 1 to 15, 15 to 1, and then we've also used it in a real life scenario where we would be accessing something like an array element. So we could say, you know, if elements, you know, if you wanted to just get anything from the array, but you wanted the elements after 10, you could just say, right, 10, and then, you know, and keep on working like that. You know, you can do an array of things with this. So before I start blabbering on and just talking absolute rubbish, I am going to close the video off, and I'm going to move straight on to the next one. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks very much for watching.